Thank you for waking up Happy Ass, where we come together to grow in mind, body, and spirit so we can in turn go out and make the world a brighter and sweeter place to live for ourselves and for others. You know, y'all, I just, as I said that, I thought, you know what? I thought about something I've heard a long time ago. When you know better, you do better. Have you heard that before? And sometimes we know better, but we don't do better. But it constantly bugs us, and we have this little guilt, you know? And there's a difference between guilt and shame. Guilt says, I feel bad about what I'm doing. I need to change it. Shame says there's something wrong with you. There's no place for shame in your life. There is not. Maybe guilt sometimes, so you can change something, but not shame. So there's a few things I want to talk to you about, but I want to tell you this funny thing that I read that Anne Lamott said. Anne Lamott is one of my favorite writers. She's amazing. I actually met her. She's amazing. And, met her and her son, who is a reformed alcoholic. Has been sober, I think, at least 8 to 10 years. We actually had a big AA meeting at a writers conference that they were one of the lead people for. So it was so amazing. So Anne Lamott has been sober for a long time now, long time. Their books are amazing. You should read them. But one of the things that she said I thought was kind of cool. It says, you own everything that's happened to you. Okay. If people wanted you to write warmly about them, they should have behaved better. That's funny. I thought that was funny. And every now and then, I'm so bad. I talk about my starter husband and how he threw the coop and stuff like that. And, you know, so I try not to go on that too much, but it had such a bearing on my life. It had such a bearing. But this is the deal. Had I focused on everything that he didn't do, I would never have been better. I would never have gotten better. But if you use your story or the story that you have involved with someone else to make your life better, to admit, hey, I got it wrong. Because you know what? There was plenty of stuff that I got wrong. Plenty. I'm doing some stuff wrong right now, and I've been convicted of it. There's some stuff in my business that I'm not getting right. I am not getting it right, y'all. And I'm telling you right now, I asked God to help me today. I said, God, help me be better at that. Help me be better. And what happens to me is I have fear of confrontation. I just like being sweet to everybody. But not being clear and not being honest is not sweet. It's not sweet. It's avoidance. It's avoiding the things you need to do. So I want to read you a little part of, remember the story I talked to you the other day about, we talked about Aunt Annie's pretzels, and she had to confront her abuser. But this is the crazy thing. Even though he was abusing her, she stayed in the relationship with him, I think, for 6 or 7 years. And come to find out, he was molesting and abusing both of her sisters. He had molested her 4-year-old child. This is a pastor now. It's a pastor. So her secrets were keeping her sick. Her secrets were keeping his secret, her secret, all of it. And it couldn't find relief. She could not find relief until she admitted that she was doing something wrong. He was wrong, but so was she. She had to break free of what she was doing. She had to break the silence. She had to break the cycle. So let me read you this, and then we'll talk a little bit more about it. Great book, by the way. I think it's The Secrets Lies Within. Okay, and this is chapter 8, A New View of Confession. And again, the beginning of it is you own everything that happened to you. Tell your stories. If people wanted you to write warmly about them, they should have behaved better. Anne Lamott. I love that, y'all. So here's what I want to read you. My story includes loss and abuse, but trauma and pain come in many forms. Trauma can come in the form of a life-changing diagnosis, a divorce, an accident, a financial disaster, a loss, perils of war, and other catastrophic events. But everyone's story of pain has one thing in common. It changes them. Pain and trauma create a new reality. For me, the trauma of abuse resulted in an incredible, dysfunctional life that took me far from where I wanted to be in life and far, far away from the person I wanted to be. So much so that I gave up on deciding how the rest of my life would go. I became an unhappy spectator in my own life, whining and complaining about all the things done to me. I believed I was powerless to participate in my own life story. I believed I had no voice in my own life story. Therefore, I didn't. Before I could reconnect with myself, I had to free myself from my prison of lies and secrets. I had to interact with the truth in ways I had never known. What I would discover along my road toward healing is that owning the whole truth of my story would mean redefining everything I knew about confession. For many, confession is intertwined with guilt, shame, and punishment, when really confession simply means breaking our silence. It's about freedom. It's about getting back into the driver's seats of our own stories. Y'all, this is the deal. This is the deal. Yes, we are not responsible for some things that were done to us. Absolutely not. And sometimes we put ourselves in bad situations, but we're not responsible what someone chooses to do to us. We are absolutely 100% responsible with what we do with it from there. There is no need for a trauma or a tragedy or all those things to keep you stuck in a life that does not serve you and does not serve others. And until we own it, until we confess it to someone, go get help from someone, we are stuck. I don't want you to be stuck. I don't want to be stuck. The thing that I'm talking about is not a big deal thing, but it is something that's reoccurring in my life where I don't confront things, where I'm afraid to confront something. And instead, I go down every other little rabbit hole, you know. And this is the thing. There's some things that can only be fixed by confronting them head on. But you can do it with kindness. You can do it with love. Sometimes you just have to separate. We call that in 12-step program detachment with love. You just kind of detach. And they said sometimes you feel like you can't detach with love, so you just detach. Then you figure out the love part. So my story, I'm responsible for it. And I can point fingers at people. I can blame others all I want, but I am 100% responsible for the life I choose to live with what I have before me. So I have to do a disclaimer here because my fitness coach told me that y'all were going to think she was really, really mean. So, I told you how mean she was, making me do a 1.5 hour workout. I mean, it's really hard too, y'all. It is no freaking joke workout. No freaking joke. But, so she said, Karen, they're going to think I'm really mean. They know you're not mean. They know you're wonderful. They know what a difference you made in my life. And so, yes, I do 4 workouts a week. They're only 4. I do walk and do other things on the other days, but she made it very intensive because I tend to want to go off and do all kinds of things. So she wanted to make sure my butt was in that gym doing all the things I needed to do the way I needed to do them. So I do a 1.5 hour workout. With at the end of the workout, I do 30 minutes stair stepper, and I am drenching with sweat after it's over. But y'all, I'm telling you, find someone in your life who you can talk to. Find someone who can help you become a better you. And don't feel bad when you're not doing it just right. Everybody else is the same way. You just don't know about it. And you may know about it, but they know about it. You don't know about it. Doesn't matter. Just keep becoming the best you can become. So you will make a difference in the lives of others. And when you know better, do better. And if you forget sometimes, just hop up and do it again. That happens to me all the time. Well, I love you so much. I hope you have the brightest and sweetest of days. And I hope you find love and kindness and joy around every corner. And I hope that you, above all people, are that instigator of love and kindness. Be sweet, y'all. Bye.